The following is a class given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on March 5th, 2015 in Sri Mayapur, India. The morning class was given on Gaura Purnima Day and was given in English.
Krishna Chaitanya Radha Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Purnima. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Namo Krishna Jadavaya Namo Hare Gopha Govindara Srimad Sudha Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Maka Karoti Dachana Mangolanaya Tege Yachita Tavahanande Sri Guru Nityananda Paramahananda Madhava Sri Chaitanya Ishvara Hari Om Tat Sat Anandamaya Sri Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Appearance Day Ki. I wish all of you a very, very blissful Lord Chaitanya Gaura Purnima Festival.
I wish you all a very, very blissful Lord Chaitanya Gaura Purnima Festival.
Advaita Gosai, he was facing much difficulty.
Advaita Gosai, he was facing much difficulty
to spread the Sankirtan.
To spread the Sankirtan.
Because people were overtly religious.
Because people were overtly religious.
But they were worshipping different devas, devis.
But they were worshipping different devas, devis.
And all the time in Navadip and Nadia, you'd hear the dum-dum of drums.
And all the time in Navadip and Nadia, you would hear the dum-dum of drums.
You'd hear the festivals going on.
You would hear the festivals going on.
They'd not be to Vishnu. They would not be to Vishnu.
But they would not be to Vishnu.
They'd be to the different devis.
They'd be to the different devis.
And some they would install some temporary deity dolls.
And they would install some temporary deities, some dolls.
And then after some days of puja, throw them in the river.
And then after some days of puja, they would throw them in the river.
So they didn't worship the eternal Lord.
So they didn't worship the eternal Lord.
They were all into this temporary worship.
They were all into this temporary worship.
And they wanted, that their goal was have money,
Their goal was to earn money,
have a good house,
have a good house,
have nice children,
have nice children,
be educated,
be educated,
and all material sense gratification.
you know, all material sense gratification.
They didn't think of anything beyond this.
They didn't think anything beyond this.
And if they had cultivated that the name of Vishnu is very pure, so nobody can chant it.
And
The name of Vishnu is very pure.
the name of Vishnu is very pure, so nobody can chant it.
Only time you're allowed to chant
The only time you're allowed to chant
is when you're in the Ganges.
is when you're in the Ganges.
Because they thought the Ganges is pure,
Because they thought the Ganges is pure,
so it purifies you,
so it purifies you,
so you can chant the holy names
so you can chant the holy names
of Vishnu.
of Vishnu.
Otherwise not.
Otherwise, not.
And so like Advaita Gosai or
So Advaita
Sridhas
Gosai,
Thakur,
Advaita Gosai, Srivas Thakur,
they are so against them.
they were so against them.
But Advaita Gosai was the senior of the Brahmins, so
But Advaita Gosai was the senior of the Brahmanas.
generally they wouldn't talk to him face to face.
So generally, they wouldn't talk to him face to face.
But behind his back they criticized.
But behind his back, they criticized.
But Sridhas Thakur,
But Srivas Thakur,
he didn't have that protection.
he didn't have that protection.
So at some point people said,
So at some point, people said,
"Throw him out! Throw him out!
"Throw him out! Throw him out!
He will bring us misfortune.
He will bring us misfortune.
The Mughal emperor will come down and burn our houses.
The Mughal emperor will come down and burn our houses
Because of this person's offenses.
because of this person's offenses.
He's chanting the name of Vishnu out loud. He's doing kirtan out loud.
He's chanting the names of Vishnu.
Throw him out!
He's doing
Throw
kirtan.
him out!
Throw him out! Throw him out!
This was the situation then.
This was the situation then.
So the devotees were going to Advaita, what to do, what to do.
So the devotees were going to Advaita. What to do? What to do?
My name is Advaita. My name is Advaita.
My name is Advaita.
It means non-different.
It means non-different.
So if there's any meaning to my name,
So if there's any meaning to my name,
I will bring down the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna.
I will bring down the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna.
He's the only one that can save these infidels.
He's the only one who can save these infidels.
And if I can't bring him down,
If I can't bring him down,
I'll manifest 4 arms,
I'll manifest 4
and
arms.
I'll chop these people down, chop them down, finish.
And I'll chop these people down. I'll chop them down. Finished.
So at the end of fast
So he began to fast
and worship the Shaligram Shila
and worship the Shaligram Shila
with Ganges water and Tulsi Manjaris.
with Ganges water and Tulsi Manjaris.
And then he would loudly cry out.
And then he would not only cry out,
He would loudly cry out.
he would loudly cry out,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. And he would going on day, his loud chanting, his tapasya, his worship.
And it would go on, his tapasya, his chanting, his worship.
His loud chanting was cracking the universal shell.
His loud chanting was cracking the universal shell.
It was vibrating even in the spiritual world.
And it was vibrating even in the spiritual world.
So Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna Chaitanya, he agreed.
So Lord Krishna Chaitanya, he agreed.
I'll come down.
I'll come down.
And somehow Advaita, he got the message.
And somehow Advaita, he got the blessings.
He got the message.
He got the message.
So then he told everyone,
Then he told everyone,
the Lord is coming.
the Lord is coming.
The Lord is coming.
The Lord is coming.
He's coming.
He's coming.
Haribo, Haribo. But no one knew when.
But no one knew when.
No one knew where.
No one knew where.
But they knew
But they knew
he was coming.
he was coming.
So at that time,
So at that time,
Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra
Shachimata and Jagannath Mishra,
were not different from Devaki and Vasudeva,
who are non-different from Devaki and Vasudev,
are not different from Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj.
who are non-different from Jashoda and Nanda Maharaj.
They had 8 daughters,
They had 8 daughters,
but each daughter died soon after birth.
but each daughter died soon after birth.
So, and Jagannath Mishra and his wife, they did a special puja
So Jagannath Mishra and his wife did a special puja
to Lord Vishnu
to Lord Vishnu
to get a male child
to get a male child
who would survive.
who would survive.
And then Vishwarup,
And then Vishwarup,
the expansion of Sankarshan,
the expansion of Sankarshan,
he came.
he came.
Month of Magh,
Then in the month of Magh,
Jagannath Mishra, he had a dream
Jagannath Mishra, he had a dream
that there was a white light
that there was a white light
that came into his mind,
that came into his mind,
went to his heart,
went to his heart,
transferred to the heart of Sachimata,
transferred to the heart of Shachimata,
and in this way
and in this way
she was expecting.
she was expecting.
They didn't have any physical connection as such.
They didn't have any physical connection as such.
It was all done transcendentally.
It was all done transcendentally.
And the Supreme Personality of Godhead
And the Supreme Personality of Godhead
was situated in their womb,
was situated
in her womb.
in her womb.
So, while she was expecting,
So while she was expecting,
the Devas came from the celestial planets,
the Devas came from the celestial planets,
and they began to offer their prayers.
and they began to offer their prayers.
We are your devotees from the celestial planets. We are your devotees,
We are your devotees from the celestial planets,
but we don't need any material blessings.
but we don't need any material blessings.
We have enough material sense gratification.
We have enough material sense gratification.
We have only 2 problems.
We only have 2 problems.
One is that sometimes we're attacked by demons.
One is that sometimes we're attacked by demons.
and we have to fight them off.
And we have to fight them off.
They try to take over the celestial planets by force.
They try to take over the celestial planets by force.
And the other problem is that we have so much sense gratification that we forget to worship you. And we heard that you're coming in this avatar.
When we heard that you're coming in this avatar
To give your blessings of pure Krishna bhakti.
to give your blessings of pure Krishna bhakti
Freely. So we pray to you.
So we pray to you.
Please don't forget your devotees from the celestial planets.
Please don't forget your devotees from the celestial planets.
Please give us your blessings.
Please give us your blessings.
And Lord Chaitanya,
And Lord Chaitanya,
he play games on these devotees from the heavenly planets.
he played games on these devotees from the heavenly planets.
Although they were invisible to the human beings,
Although they were invisible to the human beings,
he would make their shadows visible
he would make their shadows visible
to Sachimata.
to Shachimata.
So she started seeing shadows going around in the room.
So she started seeing shadows going around in her room.
And she started chanting
And she started chanting
Narasimha mantras.
Narasimha mantras.
Ogram Viram Mahavishnu Jalandam Sarvagam Magam Asingham Visanam Bhaddam Vityam Vityam Namram. So the devas went and hid.
So the devas went and hid.
And how could she see us?
They said, how could she see us?
And they figured out it was the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Then they figured out it was the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
On Gaura Purnima,
So on the Gaura Purnima,
how many years? 500, how many? 529 years ago,
529 years ago,
Lord, at that time there was a lunar eclipse.
At that time, there was a lunar eclipse.
A lunar eclipse is normally considered inauspicious.
And a lunar eclipse is normally considered inauspicious.
But what was the system in an eclipse?
But what was the system in an eclipse?
And all the people would go waist deep in the Ganges.
All the people would go waist deep in the Ganges.
And being in the Ganges, they would chant.
And being in the Ganges, they would chant,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda, 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 Hare Hare Namo Krishna Jadavaya Namo. Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan.
Gopal Govinda Ram Sri Madhusudan.
Haribo,
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 Haribo, Haribo. And Siddhas Thakur,
And Srivas Thakur,
he was thinking, what an auspicious day.
he was thinking, what an auspicious day.
Everybody's chanting the holy names.
Everybody is chanting the holy names.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Even the Muslims were listening.
Even the Muslims were listening.
And then they thought, they made fun.
And then they made fun.
See how the Hindus are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
See how the Hindus are chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
Somehow or another, everybody was chanting the holy name.
So some way or other, everybody was chanting the holy names.
So when Lord Chaitanya came into this world,
So when Lord Chaitanya came into this world,
he didn't need a moon.
he didn't need the moon.
He is the source of millions of moons.
He's the source of millions of moons.
And the whole city was chanting the holy names.
And the whole city was chanting the holy names.
That was the situation when Lord Chaitanya appeared.
That was the situation when Lord Chaitanya appeared.
And so when Mother Sachi, she was in a little hut
So when Mother Shachi, she was in the little hut
to give the childbirth.
to give childbirth.
She, at that time, all the ladies, all the neighborhood ladies, Brahmanas, they came all dressed up to see the newborn baby.
At that time, all the neighboring Brahmana ladies, they came dressed up to see the newborn baby.
Taking that opportunity,
Taking that opportunity,
some of the ladies from the heavenly planets came,
some of the ladies from the heavenly planets came,
dressed up as Brahmanas,
dressed up as Brahman ladies,
and came to see the Lord.
and came to see the Lord.
So, Jagannath Mishra, he was so happy
So Jagannath Mishra, he was so happy
that he had big feast, he got whatever he could in donations to the Brahmanas, to the different people.
He had a big feast and he gave out whatever was possible to the Brahmanas and to the people.
While his wife was pregnant,
While his wife was pregnant,
she started to become brilliant and effulgent.
she started becoming really effulgent, brilliant.
And people just came up to him and handed him money.
And people just came up to him and handed him money.
So, although he was a poor Brahmin,
So although he was a poor Brahmana,
somehow Lakshmi was coming to his house
somehow Lakshmi was coming to his house
because of the coming of Lord Chaitanya.
because of the coming of Lord Chaitanya.
Lakshmi also wanted to serve Lord Chaitanya.
Lakshmi also wanted to serve Lord Chaitanya.
And like this, the whole world was chanting.
So like this, the whole world was chanting.
And then spontaneously, Advaita and Haridas Thakur, they start dancing.
And then spontaneously, Advaita Acharya and Haridas Thakur started dancing.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So, I tell these details every year.
So I tell these details every year.
There's we're doing the Chaitanya book,
We're doing the Chaitanya book,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
And like the Krishna book,
And like the Krishna book,
so we take about 6 or 7 books, 8 books,
so we take from 6 or 7 or 8 books,
whichever has a particular lila,
whichever has a particular lila,
and combine that
and combine that
and give the entire lila.
and give the entire lila.
So in this appearance day, every book more or less gives something.
So in this appearance day, every book more or less gives something.
But each writer doesn't want to offend any other writer.
But each writer doesn't want to offend any other writer.
So they don't write anything that's in the other book.
So they don't write anything that's in the other book.
They just maybe give a very slight mention.
They just maybe give a very slight mention.
And so you don't get the whole pastime unless you read all the books.
So you don't get the whole pastime unless you read all the books.
So that's not very practical for most people.
So that's not very practical for most people.
Since so we're trying to combine all those books
So we're trying to combine all those books
to make a comprehensive Chaitanya Lila book.
to make a comprehensive Chaitanya Leela book.
And simple, less lengthy purports.
And simple, less lengthy purports.
Just like Krishna book,
Just like Krishna book,
more or less.
more or less.
Like right now, like a few weeks ago,
A few weeks ago,
we did the disappearance of Jagannath Mishra.
we did the disappearance of Jagannath Mishra.
And maybe not completely in keeping, but it shows
It may not be completely keeping, but it shows
how everything that the Lord did
how everything that the Lord did
was transcendental.
was transcendental.
And how his pastimes are like live dramas.
And how his pastimes are like live dramas.
And how he enacts the different things that go on.
And how he connects the different things that go on.
So he was only 9 years old.
So he was only 9 years old.
He had taken his Brahman thread, his Upanayana.
He had taken his Brahman thread, his Upanayanam.
His brother had left home as a sannyasi.
His brother left home as a sannyasi.
And he was allowed to go to school.
And he was allowed to go to school.
One day his father came home
One day his father came home
after studying in his own guru's ashram.
after studying in his own guru's ashram.
He came home
He came home
and he suddenly got a very high fever.
and he suddenly got a very high fever.
And in those days, there was not so much medical recourse.
And in those days, there was not so much medical recourse.
So his fever was so high
So his fever was so high
that Satchidananda became apprehensive
that Shachimata became apprehensive
and he started to cry.
and she started to cry.
But Lord Chaitanya,
But Lord Chaitanya,
he said, "Why are you crying, mother?
he said, "Why are you crying, my dear mother?
Everyone in this world
Everyone in this world
has to die.
has to die.
The Himalayan mountains, the oceans,
The Himalayan mountains, the oceans,
Indra,
Indra,
Varuna,
Varuna,
Agnidev,
Agnidev,
everyone leaves
everyone leaves
at some point.
at some point.
So there's no reason to lament even if he leaves.
So there's no reason to lament, even if he leaves.
But you should call his friends, his relatives,
But you should call his friends and relatives,
and they sit around him and chant the Hare Krishna mantra.
and they should sit around him and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
What else are friends for?
What else are friends for?
Times like this to chant.
Times like this to chant.
So she went out and quickly got the friends and relatives.
So she went out and quickly got the friends and relatives.
And they went around Jagannath Mishra and they were chanting.
And they went around Jagannath Mishra and they were chanting.
A couple of the elders and some of the wise
And a couple of the elders and some of the wives,
they could see that he was very serious.
they could see that he was very serious.
So they decided to take him by the side of the Ganges.
So they decided to take him by the side of the Ganges.
And Mother Satya,
And Mother Sachi,
she grabbed on his lotus feet
she grabbed on his lotus feet
and she was crying.
and she was crying.
If you go,
If you go,
you should take us with you.
you should take us with you.
I have always been serving at your side
I have always been serving at your side,
in your eating, in your household,
in your eating, in your household,
in your resting.
in your resting.
And every time I've always been serving you.
At every time, I've always been serving you.
So you will now
So if you go now,
take me with you.
take me with you.
I want to also go.
I want to also go.
Look at your son.
Look at your son.
He is the glory of the whole world.
He is the glory of the whole world.
How can you leave him?
How can you leave him?
And then Shambhar,
Then Vishambhar,
he grabbed his father's feet also.
he grabbed his father's feet also.
He said,
And he said,
if you go,
if you go,
who will I call daddy in my house?
who will I call daddy in my house?
And who will take me affectionately with his hand
And who will take me affectionately with his hand
to study,
to study,
to take prasadam?
to take prasadam?
Then Jagannath Mishra told his son,
So Jagannath Mishra told his son,
I have to tell you this.
I have to tell you this.
Without telling you,
Without telling you,
it's not right.
it's not right.
I have prayed to Lord Ramchandra
I pray to Lord Ramachandra
to take care of you,
to take care of you,
and you'll be under his protection.
and you'll be under his protection.
He just, in that Sayadav, he didn't have any idea who his son is.
He didn't have any idea who his son is.
He was absorbed in the parental relationship.
He was absorbed in the parental relationship.
So I have prayed, he said,
So I prayed, he said,
to Raghupati Ram
to Raghupati Ram
to protect you.
to protect you.
So you'll have no problem.
So you'll have no problem.
You'll be under his protection.
You'll be under his protection.
And then they went lifted him up and put him waist deep in the Ganges.
And they picked his father up and put him waist deep in the Ganges.
And around him all the men began chanting,
And around him, all the men began chanting,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And Jagannath was also chanting.
and Jagannath Mishra was also chanting.
Now, if he wanted, he could have gone straight back to the spiritual world.
Now,
If he wanted,
if he wanted, he could go directly back to the spiritual world.
but he went through this death lila
But he went through this death lila
just to teach others.
just to teach others.
So he chanted holy names,
So he chanted the holy names
he left his body,
and left his body.
and a celestial airplane came down,
And a special airplane came down,
celestial,
a celestial airplane,
took him and flew him up to the spiritual world,
took him and brought him up to the spiritual world,
to Golok Vrindavan.
to Golok Vrindavan.
And then Then they took his lifeless body
Then they took his lifeless body,
and that time
and at that time,
Vishnuvar was crying.
Vishwambhar was crying.
And it said that from his lotus eyes,
And it was saying that from his lotus eyes,
tears came out like pearls,
tears came out like pearls,
like gajamanis,
like jajamanis,
special big-sized black, white pearls.
special big-sized black, white pearls.
They formed a necklace
And they formed a necklace
around his chest.
around his chest.
And I was chanting the holy names,
So everyone was chanting the holy names.
and they put his body on the funeral pyre and did the final rites.
And then they put his body on the funeral pyre and did the final rites.
Now, Nimai told mother that there's nothing to worry about, I'll be with you.
Now Nimai told his mother that there's nothing to worry about, I'll be with you.
And he did a fire yajna
And they did a fire yagya
for his father,
for the father
and he gave out prasadam
and gave out prasadam
to everyone.
to everyone.
So it said, anyone who hears the pastime,
So it said, anyone who hears this pastime,
their heart becomes freed of all suffering,
their heart becomes freed from all suffering,
and they get awakened to the wonderful nature of Lord Chaitanya.
and they get awakened to the wonderful nature of Lord Chaitanya.
And all the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya,
So all the different pastimes of Lord Chaitanya,
the ones which are apparently heavy,
the ones which are apparently heavy,
or the ones who are rejoicing that he came into this world,
or the ones in which they are rejoicing that he came into this world,
they're all filled with transcendental bliss.
they're all filled with transcendental bliss.
And they realized how wonderful it is
And we realize how wonderful it is
to be in Lord Chaitanya's movement.
to be in Lord Chaitanya's movement.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare